What's up, guys? It's your boy Palacio. Today in this video, we're going to be talking about elected officials. Not that I've been quiet, but I've been trying to brainstorm around what I wanted to say as far as the social injustices that have been going on, the protests, the riots, the defund the police talks, all of that. And it made me think of, if I wanted to make real change, who would I elect as my officials that have the same view as me and are going to actually do something about it? Because, the people on Instagram and Twitter and everything, they're sharing their opinion and they're doing all that. But for real change to occur at a legislative level, we need the people who represent us to vote on things that we think are important, and we need them to vote our way. So I took it upon myself to email every single elected official in my district, as low as city, council members, to all the way up to the president of the United States. I did, assistant attorney generals for the state, emailed my Texas senators, I emailed my House of Representatives, I emailed the governor, I emailed everyone that is elected official that I can vote for. I emailed them. I'm about to read the email that I sent them real quick, and then I'm going to tell you guys what happened and, the results and everything. I said, "My name is Darrell Palacio. I'm a voter in your district and host my own podcast called Palacio Podcast. I am contacting you to get your stance on the protests around the country due to police brutality. Do you believe there is a problem of systemic racism in our justice system? If so, how can you, as an elected official, use your influence to prevent a racial bias in our district? I look forward to your reply. Thank you for your time. Sincerely, Darrell Palacio." I sent that to every single one. And I wanted to do this as just like a cool down version of how I felt, because me and Eli, we did a 30-minute podcast about everything about George Floyd, about the riots, about the police brutality, all of that. It was just, we were both heated. We were both pissed off because obviously this is wrong. Obviously there are racial biases in our community, and we're seeing them climax right now. And we were just real angry. I thought it would be best for me to come at this as a more calm and rational way of speaking. I decided that I think that it would be best to talk to the people who can make change. Not that we can't make change as a community, as a society, social change, but to make legislative, there's that word again, change. I thought that it would be best for me to contact the people who represent me. The results of that kind of turned out how I thought. Almost nobody replied to me, and maybe it's because that they're too busy. Maybe it's because they didn't want to ask the question or answer the question. I'm sorry. It was pretty much what I thought. I wasn't going to get a lot of replies. I sent this email out weeks ago, so I gave them more than enough time. So the results were that 2 people emailed me back. One of them was a council member from my city. They said that they had a large opinion on it, and that they can't really put it in an email because it would be too much for an email. So they said that they encouraged me to reach out to them again and contact them by phone, and that they'll have a conversation with me and get their actual opinion, which I respect, and thank you for that. I'm not going to say the name of the council member, but I just appreciate it that you would reply to my email and take me seriously, and take this whole thing seriously, because it's incredibly important. The second person who emailed me back was a representative for Ron White. He's one of the Texas House of Representative congressmen. It wasn't the congressman himself, but it was one of the people on his team or whatever. And they basically said they wanted me to clarify if I'm asking them for a quote, or if I'm asking him to be on my podcast. So I clarified for the person on Ron White's team, and I said that I'm just looking for a quote. I'm not asking them to be on the podcast. I just want to know what they think. They never emailed me back after that. So I think that was, in my opinion, that was more like them covering their own ass, that they're asking, what they need to do if this blows out of proportion. Now, I was just simply writing them an email and asking them to give me their opinion on what exactly I said. Do you think there's a racial bias, and how can you, as an elected official, change it if you think there's a racial bias? That's it. It was pretty simple. I mean, I guess thank you for emailing me back, or having one of your people email me back. you could have done less. You could have just read the email or just thrown it out like I'm sure the president of the United States did and the vice president. And to be honest, I understand that. Y'all don't care about most people anyway, so why would you care about Mexican with the podcast or whatever it is? So that's all I'm going to say about that. I didn't expect Donald Trump to email me back. It went pretty much how I thought it would go. They wouldn't email me back, and the only people who did would be at a lower level of government. That's not to say they're not most important, because in a lot of cases, the people who run your city or run your state are far more important than the people at the federal level, because the people who run locally, their laws seem to come into contact with your daily life more. So thank you again for the elected official of my city to email me back. I very much appreciate it. But if you were wondering how easy it is to contact people that represent you, it's not easy at all. Like I said, it's been several weeks and they haven't emailed me back. One of the best things that we can do as a organization, as a society, have multiple people reaching out to one person at once. You notice that a lot of government officials, government agencies didn't take the what is happening to the black community and all the racial injustices and the racial biases that are happening. They just keep on letting it slide year from year until a whole bunch of people in society group together and decide to make a change, because that's the only way that they're going to listen to us, is if they have a multiple amount of people pissed off, basically. So I appreciate you guys listening to this. I just wanted to give you guys an idea real quick of talking to your elected officials and how that works. And if you wanted to contact any of them, I encourage you guys to try and do it. Like I said, I'm just one person, so I didn't expect a whole bunch. But if a whole bunch of us in my state, in my city, or whatever it may be, start emailing people, there's 300 people that decide to email Congressman Ron White and get an actual direct quote from what I said. I highly encourage you guys to do that, because I don't think I'm asking for anything ridiculous. I just want their opinion on what's going on. As elected official, I think that that's their responsibility, to talk to the people and communicate to the people who they represent. Call me crazy. So that's going to be it, guys. I appreciate every single one of you who stuck to watching the very end of this video. Much appreciated. If you have comments, concerns, requests, advice, or you just want to have a conversation about this, you can DM me at Palacio Fitness on Instagram or at Palacio Studio on Twitter. More than welcome to have a conversation with you guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me. There's plenty more videos to come out. I'm going to try to get these out as much as I can. Don't forget to go to the gym and lift something heavy. Peace.